National Football League on EA Sports. And we've got Tavarius Ward.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Los Angeles Chargers and the San Francisco 49ers. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Chargers coming into play. They know coming in they've got to be at their best because they're facing one of the better overall defenses in the NFL.
And this is not one of the better offenses around in terms of running the football. So they understand that they're going to be put to the test a bit. The big plays in the run game, they haven't been there of late. So maybe that means we'll see them shake things up a little bit. Some RPOs, some touch passes, some draw plays, anything to try and gain a little bit of momentum.
Starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Los Angeles taking the field led by Justin Herbert, third-year man out of Oregon whose career is off to an incredibly productive start.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. Herbert on the first play wants to pass it. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Charles, we've seen some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back on the field in a hurry.
Brandon, I'm going to go ahead and age myself, but I'm going to ask you, when you were in high school and there were injuries, did you hear next man up from your coaches?
Well, you hear it every week now in the NFL, that's for sure.
You know, back when I played with dinosaurs roaming the earth, you didn't hear next man up. You heard, oh, no, we've got to put in Davis.
Finding room at midfield, and they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler, and he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Fred Warner, first-time All-Pro in 2020, in on the stop defensively. And this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Eckler going to get it again on second down. And one more time. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who was so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Tavarius Ward. And the 49ers are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
49ers offense trots out for their first series, and they're led by the third overall pick for the 2021 draft out of North Dakota State, Trey Lance.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains. and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Lance to throw it. And he finds Tyler Kroft. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. Hey, Charles, did it seem like to you that maybe they were a little worried about his running prowess there? Because everybody kind of froze when he got outside the pocket, and they were able to throw it for the first down.
Absolutely, and you work all week getting ready for a game, and you know that the potential is there for him to run it, but you better take care of those receivers downfield. They can hurt you first.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. To throw, it's Lance. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. DeAndre Carter back deep. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football. On running plays, linemen, of course, have their assignments. That's expected. But it's not often you're expecting to see a cornerback blitzing and run support and tackling the runner for a loss.
On 2nd and 12, Herbert into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his 2nd interception.
Lance now on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Kenneth Murray coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. Down to the 25. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Open man is Ayuk, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. Throwing now is Lance. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the 49ers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, yeah, give him credit. Found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free. And this guy hit a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback. The Charger offense and Justin Herbert heading back onto the field. And he's been loose with the football early. Interceptions on the first couple of drives. As they start again here, we'll see if he can do better. 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Give him another one right back to Allen. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Right back to him for 10 more and a first.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains. And really, it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 36. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's Javon Kinlaw busting through, and he sticks him behind the line.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it 2nd down and 12. Once more, here's Eckler. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 23. A Charger first there as Herbert finds Williams. Back to throw here. Herbert has it knocked free.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The fumble on first down. Now here's 2nd down. Herbert now. Caught by Allen. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, But now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Herbert on third down now. And he'll just get rid of it.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Hopkins' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
No return here for Wilson. To touch back, it'll come out to the 25. The Niners set to take over on offense. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film, just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
Right back to Mitchell on second down. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing his Lance on third down. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. Lance and the 49ers now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Lance going back to the air after the pick six. This pass to Jennings, and he makes the catch. Finding space at the 40. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 9 yards on the first down. Keeper it at 2nd and 1. The Niners at 2-6 now on the year. And they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well, because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. On first down, they go back to Mitchell. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field, but his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Lance. this one is incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And the 39-year-old veteran puts it right through, and that will knot us up at 10. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning of that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit and forced the field goal.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This taken in at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Getting set to go again here on offense, Keenan Allen marches back onto the field. And CD, assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done so far is it allows him and the team to relax their pursuit a little bit. Meaning, if they just have normal games, they'll get to the 1,000-yard mark. They don't have to force anything. But one of the reasons he's having the year he's having is what I call route running arrogance. They think there's no one that can cover them. No matter how many people are put in his direction, it just doesn't matter. He's going to find a way to beat them. And so far this year, he's done exactly that.
He sure has. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for third down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their third drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. Lance and Kittle in sync for the 49er first. Start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3-and-out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
This is Jennings. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Back to the air on second down. It's Lance. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Chargers going to take over here one more time before the half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On first down, it's Herbert. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. Looking to throw again on second down. Herbert. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. Herbert on first down now. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. From the 50, here's Herbert. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So we have reached halftime intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports halftime report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll start over at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, where you see the final score there. Tom Brady, excellent in the victory, as it's one that pushes his guys 2 games above 500. Next, we head up to the Windy City. Check on the Bears at home, Soldier Field. And they were winners in that game over the visiting Detroit Lions. Justin Fields leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. And then finally, Monday Night Football. It's our first look at the Commanders on a Monday night as they travel to Philly for a good one in the NFC East. With that, we take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Chargers. And their passing game has been the reason why they lead thus far. They've had great success moving the ball through 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for the Niners, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit. Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. From his end zone, Wilson. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. As they begin their second half here, Charles, offensively, not where they want to be, obviously. They're losing in this ball game, but very much within striking distance. We'll see what adjustments they make in the second half.
Is that the old glass half full, half empty type of a deal? Which way do you want to look at it? Because you're right, they're down on the scoreboard, but they're definitely opportunities now, because if they want to go ahead and get going in this one, get back to the running game. I think there are going to be some places to go with it, and I think the offensive line will appreciate the chance to fire out and hit people.
That's a good point, because they virtually had nothing going in the ground game in that first half. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. The Lance now to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Here comes Carter. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Chargers to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They started on the ground with Eckler. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Running on first down, Eckler. Oh, an absolutely filthy joke. He's got some space now. Touchdown, L.A. Austin Eckler with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's Austin Eckler who finishes things off with a touchdown run. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. From the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost. And he lost the football and picked up by the Chargers. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
On second down, Eckler. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Takes it at the 7.
Holding, receiving team.
So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get...
Tries to hit Jennings, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal.
How about the way to move the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Eckler going to get it again on second down. And he fights his way in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead is now 24. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's Austin Eckler who finishes things off with a touchdown run. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The 49ers getting set to trot out there. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Here's Lance. Now Lance throws the interception, his 3rd. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the return will stop right around the 25. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. After the turnover, here's Herbert. And this is caught at the end. Touchdown, Chargers. Austin Eckler, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Chargers have opened the lead up to 30. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Well, they got the ball in great field position. 1 play later, boom, end zone. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a 1-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Lance looking to throw it. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Austin Eckler and the Charger offense reclaim center stage. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 116 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 36. Here's Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. 2nd and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara. Herbert. He's got it to Williams. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Well, if you do read man covers, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
First down, Chargers.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And he'll find Everett there, complete. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? So roughing the passer penalty and an automatic first down.
That's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper steps to make it so.
Now it's Herbert. And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the Niners are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now left side on the swing pass. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. The Lance going to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders. Desperation time here. Lance. And the grab by Croft. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Lance. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
He'll dump that one off to Mitchell. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Working from the gun, Lance. Able to complete this one to McLeod. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Now Lance again. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 25-yard line. Throwing on first down is Lance. The same target, same result. It's Kittle. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Throwing now is Lance. And this one's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
On 2nd and 10, Lance. That's to Mitchell out of the backfield. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Again, it's Lance. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Lance to throw for it on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, a few yards shy of the line to gain. And that's going to be a turnover on downs. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line.
He was brought down at the 10-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. It's Eckler again. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Here's J.K. Scott now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Great coverage there, holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And quickly they get to the line. On 1st down, Lance. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Lance. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Lance now on 1st down. Drops this underneath. It's Mitchell. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. From the 27, Lance. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset after the incompletion. Here now, 3rd and 2.
Steel, black. Black ultra.
Here's Lance. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
38.
Lance and company going on 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Throwing again. But this time it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And Lance now to throw. to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
And they'll go for it. Lance. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead. And now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up. And he did just that.
Brandon can...
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
After review of the
So
play,
the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. Lance looks to throw again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Mitchell. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. So out come the Chargers. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. They'll start this drive out on the ground until about the 23. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down, and he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Herbert on 3rd down now. Caught by Allen. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the Chargers, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Niners, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the